All right, so this is my jackfruit. This tree was in a container for, well, it started out in a 3-gallon container, and eventually it went all the way up to a 15-gallon container. And it's a dwarf variety. It's called Gold Nugget. So you can see I decided to plant it in the front, and I've been using these kind of square frames. They're going to be temporary. This is just going to make it easy for me to elevate the area because this area here has some pipes, and it's not a septic system. There's just like a couple of main pipes that come through here for both myself and my neighbor. So digging a hole here was really not a good idea. So what I did is I elevated the area, and eventually the wood's going to rot away, or once the wood starts to get bad and break apart, I'll just remove it, and then I'll spread it out a little wider. I'll make this tapered off so it kind of is a mound, but it'll be wider, and there may be some small flowers or something planted around the base. I don't know yet. Well, we'll do something. This is the Dana white macadamia tree. It's planted in the same way, again, because of electrical lines on this side. It's already flowered once, but I took off the flowers, and we hope it'll do well there. Over here we have the famous Sapodilla butterscotch that is now loaded with fruit, and I will show you a video all about it in the future. If you're interested, subscribe to the channel, and you hit the notification bell, you get some updates on when the videos come out. But yeah, there's just a previous video about this tree. If you look over here, you're gonna see fruit there. That's got a lot of, this is my native Florida rose, and I don't know the name, I forgot, but it's a climber, and it's a great, 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 beautiful, beautiful rose that grows in Florida no matter what you hit it with. 120-degree weather, drought, storms. This is a champion climber right there. Beautiful. Adds a little color to the front of the landscape. And this is the Sapodilla here. That is the Silas woods. And I got to straighten them out. I got a little crooked. And then here we have a papaya tree. That is called, the variety is called Tianan1. It's an Asian variety of papaya. This over here is another native Florida rose. Again, I don't know the name. It's a pink, kind of a bushy, beautiful little rose. Tiny, tiny, tiny little flowers. You can see those beautiful flowers. So this is a great, great little landscape or container plant. And this is the patamba. This patamba was probably about 11 foot tall 3-4 months ago. And I dropped it down to that height, and I'm gonna keep it compact. That's the idea. This is my dragon fruit, Natural Mystic, the Natural Mystic dragon fruit. When you plant these, there's a lot of things to keep in mind if you want to be successful in growing them without having any issues with diseases. And sometimes people have these and they're so fully yellow and they're all full of fungus and they're a disaster. But this Natural Mystic is very good, and it's already now beginning to produce flower buds. You can see them right there. And there's probably about 7 or 8 on here. And then finally here, as we go to the back, there's a video about this too if you want to watch. This is the video that I did, which I show you how I built the box. And it also explains a little bit about this tree. This is the Oro Negro, which is fantastic. Now this tree last month was loaded with little Oro Negro fruits all over the tree, loaded. But I took them all off. I want the tree to get bigger. I'm not going to really worry too much about getting fruit on such a little tree, too much stress. Well, let's go towards the back. As we walk over there, I'll just point out and mention a couple of things real quick. This is the persimmon tree. That's the famous South Florida persimmon tree. And then over here, this is a Eureka. This is one that's very common down in Texas. It's called the Eureka. And this one has flowered, but I don't think we're going to get any fruit. We're hoping. If you look there, you can see it did flower, but I don't know if it was pollinated. I didn't bother to worry about pollinating it. In the back, we have, this is sun hemp. So this is a crop that you grow just so that you could use it. You could use that to ward off nematodes. It helps to control nematodes in the soil. It also can make a nice tall hedge or a barrier for wind if you try to get some wind protection. These seeds were scattered here in a little bit of a pattern, somewhat of a pattern. And what I did is I scattered all the seeds, and believe it or not, within 3 to 4 days, they were already growing. These grow very rapidly. This is the Triumph persimmon over here. That's this is the South Florida persimmon. The Triumph persimmons are over here. These are the other ones that are champions. So if you get yourself a South Florida persimmon and you get yourself a couple of Triumph persimmon, I highly recommend it. I don't have any right now because I'm going to put these in the ground.